Talking here on the Cougar Coaches Show with the coach of the cross country teams. And what is the official team when you involve the track and field as well? It's not just cross country.
No.
It's what is it? What am I supposed to say?
We call it distance track is what we call it.
Okay.
And I think of us as a track and field team. You know, that's the sport. We only participate in the distance events. We do have one young man who's going to run a 200 and a 400 for us this year. But really, we're just the distance team is what we are. But it's track and field, and I still think of it that way.
Well, and again, like you said, it's the opportunity to funnel through the skill that it keeps the athletes engaged in that training nonstop. Doesn't give you really a chance to take much time off completely from a sport that really, I think a lot of people don't think about how mental a sport like cross country and the distance running can be. It's not just let's go out and run 4 miles and call it a practice. How do you practice with the teams together, separate? How does that a typical week work?
We practice together, and we've had to be creative over the winter because it's been a cold and wet and snowy winter. Last winter we had great weather. It didn't snow a whole lot until almost March. And so we didn't have to be as creative, but we've done workouts in parking garages. We've done them in parking lots. We've shoveled the track at Hickman High School. The turf has been available. Somebody used their snowblower on the turf over there. So it's just a matter of finding those places, and they exist. You just have to look a little harder when the weather is like this.
Yeah, because it's not the same on a treadmill or inside in the turf room. You have to get out and go.
Absolutely, and that's where we try and simulate the racing environment as closely as possible. Indoor track's a little harder because we don't have an indoor track, but we can create loops that are a little bit smaller, that are like an indoor track. We can get on the outdoor track, which is about as close as we truly get. And those are the ways that we can make sure that we're ready for those indoor competitions.
And how do you gauge success? Obviously, there's the direct stopwatch and the finish line in an actual meet, but
Sure.
How do you gauge the progress of your athletes during a week of practice or before a meet or after a meet?
Well, it's over a long period of time for us. So we're looking to build endurance, and endurance you can improve endurance, but it takes a long time. So we look over the course of a season. So during the cross-country season, were we able to run consistently at a higher level than we were the past cross-country season or the past outdoor track season? And the same thing with indoor and outdoor track. In the events that we ran, did we feel like, number one, we put the best effort out there? And that's all that I really care about in the end. But are we able to do that consistently? And in the end, if we can do that, then those are going to turn into better times.
And more victories, which
Absolutely.
in the, second season? Second full season of, again, this similar to the golf, where there's some competitions in the fall and then some in the spring, and you get the opportunity to play. They don't have indoor golf courses, so John Utley can't get that part of the game. But as far as preparing for some of the, again, here we are with some of the bigger indoor meets coming up with at least with the girls. What's the week like leading up into those big meets?
Sure. Most of the work has already been done at this point, and it's mental preparation for that meet. This is a different style of meet than we've run in before, and the races are different. For the 5,000 that Lindsay and Emily are about to run, it's getting through the semifinal and into the final, and then once you're there, you're going to be tired, but everybody's going to be tired. Mentally knowing that there's more left in the tank is very important. Being able to stay focused over the first half of the race, knowing that the back half of the race is likely to be faster in a championship-style format is very important as well. So mentally preparing yourself to change gears and to think positively when you're tired is very important in the week leading up, not necessarily the physical things that we can do.
So on the actual race itself, how many actual athletes will start in that first?
There are 28 women scheduled to run the 5,000 meters at the national championship. They will likely be broken into 2 heats of, 14, and then from there they will take the top 12 fastest women to the final.
Gotcha. And then away we go.
Absolutely, yep. So, and the 4x8 will be similar. There will be 2 heats of 4x8, take the top 12 to the final on the next day.
And then how do you break your time as far as looking to the future and building next year's Cougar athletes as far as the recruiting side of things for cross country and distance running?
Well, I think we've got a great start, number one. We've got 5, 6 young ladies who can really run. We're losing 1, so that's why I say 5. And then we've got 6 guys who are working very hard and looking forward to next year as well as this year. But we need to build some depth on both the men's and women's side. And we do that by bringing in athletes who can run at the level that we need them to, and forcing everyone to compete for those spots 1 through 5 in cross country, and then for their place on the track.
Yeah, because I think and that was the one thing that you taught me that when doing this coaches show with the cross country, there's only so many that end up in that top group that actually keeps the score. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck here at these indoor nationals, and hopefully some more hardware here for Columbia College.
Absolutely. We're going to do our best.
All right, Coach Tim Cornell, the Cougar cross country. What's the official word again?
Distance track.
Distance track. I'll get it right by the next time. Thanks for watching Cougar Coaches Show here on MediaCom Channel 22.